for adoption and foster care.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News at 11.
Good evening, I'm Justin Case. Snow showers are moving into the mountains and travel issues will be expected Friday morning. Let's check in now with Chief Meteorologist Andrew Dockery for the latest details. Andrew, how are the conditions right now?
Well, Justin, if you're up to the north, you're already seeing snow showers and a light coating for some. You could take a look and look at Interstate 64. Obviously, a more traveled roadway. That's why the road's still fine. But here overnight, this is where we're going to run into some issues. Notice a light dusting there on the grassy surfaces and even parts of the sides there of the roads now starting to pick up on a little bit more snowfall. Plenty of snow out there. This working to your east, eventually to the northeast as the warm air begins to work in, and satellite radar shows how that snow has continued to get heavier and heavier over Rowan County at this time. Of course, winter weather advisory goes through Friday morning for a good chunk of our viewing area from Breathitt County northward, even Jackson County northward. And notice those temperatures. Well, you can see where the gradient is. 30 degrees in Moorhead, 31 in Jackson, still too warm in Hazard and in Harlan at this time, at least for accumulating snow, but we will continue to keep an eye on it. Here's the latest thoughts. 1 to 2 inches still to the north, flakes to a dusting for everyone in the Kentucky River region, and then plain rain and a little bit of snowflakes down in southern Kentucky. Of course, Justin, we want to remind people they can view the latest closings on WYMT.com, and as we get more, they will roll there on the bottom of your screen through the overnight hours.
Andrew, thank you. Cleanup continues in Martin County after the devastating floods of nearly a week and a half ago. Volunteers say there were several homes horribly damaged in the Tomahawk area of the county. This home had nearly 5 feet of water in the basement. Volunteers with the Christian Appalachian Project spent the last couple days cleaning the area.
I came here Saturday to do assessments, and they were just debris. There was still water, and so we're just here to help them get back, in order and get their lives back in order.
To learn more about the Christian Appalachian Project, head over to our website, WYMT.com. The murder trial of a man accused of killing a former Everett's mayor started this morning. Shelby Shell is accused of murdering former Everett's mayor Ronnie King and setting his house on fire in 2013. Police say King's body was found after the fire had been put out. Jury selection for the trial started at 9 this morning and ended shortly after 2:30 in the Farmer Helton Judicial Center in Pineville. Evidence will be presented starting on Monday morning at 10:30. A Pike County man faces sex trafficking charges. U.S. Marshals arrested this man, Ernest B. Ray, on Tuesday. According to court documents obtained by WYMT, Ray faces 5 sex charges involving minors under the age of 18. He also faces 6 counts of drug trafficking. A trial date is set for May 13th. Ray is currently being held in the Pike County Detention Center. One Laurel County woman is hoping you don't make the same mistake she did, losing hundreds of dollars in a scam. Mary Caldwell says she got a call from a man in New York claiming he was from a bank there. He told her she was being awarded a federal grant and even gave her grant identification numbers as well as links to the bank. She says she should have realized it was a scam once they asked for prepaid gift card information from her before they could release the money.
Older people like me, that's on fixed income, they need that $200 or that $850 besides giving it to somebody that they don't know.
Banks will never ask you for money up front in the form of a prepaid credit card or gift card before sending you money. Police say if you fall victim to one of these scams, you almost certainly will not get your money back. A bill meant to keep drunk drivers off of our roads is headed to the House floor. It's backed by the state's bourbon industry and Mothers Against Drunk Driving. The bill would put breathalyzers in cars for first-time DUI offenders. A busy week in Frankfort has now come to a close. Lawmakers will not return to the Capitol until Tuesday. When they do, they'll have a lot on their plates. With only days left in this legislative session, Angela Reiger talked with teachers who are keeping a close eye on things with several big bills dealing with education.
A sea of red in the Capitol as educators make sure their voices are heard with several big bills that would affect them, like House Bill 525 and 205. One reorganizing the nominating and election process for the Teachers Retirement Board, the other creating income tax credits for private school scholarship donations. These teachers taking no chances, saying they're scared not to be here.
Until the last day of the session is over, I don't feel safe after, considering there's a majority in the House and the Senate. I just don't think they're here for public education anymore.
I hope nothing sneaky is going to happen, like with the sewer bill. We need to know. We all want to get on with life. Our students, our parents want to get on with life.
But will these bills move with just 4 working days left in the session? As of Thursday, they stayed put, never called for a vote. House Speaker David Osborne says lawmakers are still negotiating the pension board bill. That could be taken up next week.
If they can reach a compromise on it or an agreement on it that satisfies the parties, then I believe it would be.
As for scholarship tax credits, House Majority Floor Leader Bam Carney has said it's unlikely it has the votes to pass in a non-budget session, but there is concern it could be slipped into another bill.
I don't think that there's a lot of sentiment for it.
It's a long weekend for lawmakers. They won't be back until Tuesday. When they return, it'll be a race to the finish that's sure to have a big audience. Reporting in Frankfort, Angela Reiger, WYMT Mountain News.
In April, Eastern Kentucky will have one less place to go for high-quality outdoor gear. Pine Mountain Outfitters announced this week they will close in April. The store was a dream of Billy Bentley's for a decade, and now, after its 7-year run as a reality, the local economy and online retail have spelled an end to the business.
Well, it's a combination of a lot of things. It's, the downturn in the coal industry has just really devastated everybody. Probably won't recover from that fully. And that's affected everyone in the region, and that's a big part of it. Another deal, the internet, the explosion of the internet over the past few years.
Bentley wants to thank everyone for their business and says he will not close until everything in the store is sold. At today's signing, University of Pikeville and Big Sandy and Community and Technical College partnered together to offer a new educational pathway. Big Sandy students interested in medical careers can now finish another degree at University of Pikeville. Officials say they can transfer and finish 2 years in a biology major at UPike and have an opportunity for early admission into the Kentucky College of Osteopathic Medicine. Both schools are glad to support students and address a shortage in healthcare workers.
The more people that we can bring into the medical school from the region, the better off we are in terms of retaining those physicians long-term in the region.
Students who are already enrolled can now begin to take advantage of this agreement and move forward with their degree program in osteopathic medicine. If you follow First Lady Glenna Bevan, you know she is a strong advocate for adoption and foster care in Kentucky. Tonight, she was in London speaking on behalf of her organization, Uniting Kentucky. With close to 10,000 children without homes in the state, she is calling on local families and communities to help. I went to the Corneth Baptist Church today in London to hear how you can get involved and what it really means for the future of these children. For Uniting Kentucky and their partners, it's not just about calling on local families and communities to foster or adopt.
There's a lot of ways that you can support those families so that they're in this for the long haul and that they don't, leave being foster parents after so many years or months. We really want them to be here for a while, and they can do that if they're supported well.
These are our children, who are the children of Kentucky that are slipping through the cracks.
The message here from First Lady Glenna Bevan and others: everyone can do something, even if you're not the one adopting or fostering.
Small things, but they're big to the families. Maybe it's an extra meal here and there. Maybe it's taking a few of the kids to a sporting event while the other one needs to go to a doctor.
That when they don't attach to people or places, they struggle. They struggle to have healthy relationships. They struggle to stay in school, to hold down a job later in life.
Glenna Bevan says there can be a great deal of trauma in these situations for the children, the families choosing to foster or adopt, and even others involved like social workers.
These children are raised and they're seeing a lot of trauma. They're seeing a lot of movement. There's uncertainty in their lives.
Speakers at the event say it takes a community to come together to make sure these children live healthy and successful lives. Speakers at the event say as many as 30% of homeless people were once in foster care. They say the love and support foster children can receive helps them greatly live stable and healthy lives. If you would like more information about Uniting Kentucky or their upcoming events, go to WYMT.com. Coming up at 11, a police department mourns one of their own after a violent day-long standoff. And the U.S. House says they're against hate, how controversial statements led to the matter.
And those snow chances continue through the overnight hours. Your full forecast in 3 minutes.
We all want more for less, and Spectrum delivers. Spectrum TV has tons of HD, thousands of titles free on demand. Plus, your favorite sports channels are included. DirecTV Select doesn't include ESPN. And you have to get a Cinema Connection kit just to watch on demand. Plus, that ugly dish on your roof. Get Spectrum TV and Internet from $89.98 a month. Call 833-231-8998.